My name is Preston Jane. This is 2 Cents by Preston Jane. Welcome to this platform. Now, a lot has been happening in the country. We've had demos, the Occupy demos, largely spearheaded by the Gen Zs, but we had millennials in there and the perennial demonstrators. Like, these people are so fearless. It's not the normal Kibra guys, the normal guys from Mukuru, the normal people from Jacaranda who come and demonstrate. Props to Gen Z. You did a good job. You made, you spoke to power and power listened. And we hope that power is going to keep their word. Anyway, those are the Gen Zs. Something about the Gen Zs, apart from them being brave and all that, I'll say yes, they have been demonstrating. The president has asked to meet them, but the Gen Zs have no leader. They are saying they are leaderless. So something wrong there. That is naivety. You cannot say you can't go to a negotiating table and say we are leaderless, we don't want to speak, we don't want to come to the table and speak to you. I think that is the greatest undoing the Gen Zs are doing. And trust you me, no one speaks to a headless organization. No one. So you guys must have a leader. You must have very articulate issues you want the president, the government to address, the parliament to address. You can't just say, oh, we are out here, you guys listen to us. However much picketing and demonstrating is our right, again, you need to be organized. It's only through organization that will be hard. You guys, find a leader, go outside there, speak to the government. Not all of you can sit in State House, in that boardroom, in the cabinet, and talk to the president. So find someone. Be very articulate about what you're talking about. Because I was watching most of the videos and I realized that these Gen Zs, most of them, like, don't really know why they are demonstrating. Yes, they just know the economy is bad, there is overtaxation and all that. But beyond that, no, they understand nothing. Most of them went there to vlog. Most of them went there to record videos for TikTok. Yes, you are exercising your civic right, but can you do it absence ignorance? We cannot just all of us take to the streets without a cause. So if you want to have a meaningful discourse, understand the subject matter well. So a bunch of them did not understand, but these people are brave. Number two, the government of Kenya, headed by one William Samoei Arap Ruto. This government is a mess. Like, I feel like the only person who really has a slight, like an ounce of intelligence, an ounce of someone who's clever in this government is the president. These are people who've traveled. These are people who are exposed. But when it comes to one William Ruto, or when it comes to Kenya Kwanza, when it comes to the UDA government, like, it's like when they enter the parliament, when they enter the cabinet, or when they are close to the president, like, everyone loses their head. They have only one thinking think tank, who is the president, and they all kowtow and follow, they kiss the ring. They all follow what the president says. The president says right, they go right. The president says jump high, and everyone asks kina Ndindi Njoro. They all ask how high. And it's so sad that people like Ndindi Njoro, these are young people. Yes, he's not a youth, he's past youth now, but he's a young person. Young people look up to him. But this guy speaks like, he's like Mugabe. This guy speaks like a typical African dictator. Like, this guy speaks and is like, oh, are we in this country? Are we in the 20th century? Are we living in Kenya, whereby we have a new constitution, a constitution that upholds rights, and a constitution that enables us to keep you guys in check? They are so insolent. These people have cheap arrogance. And I feel that the government of the day has very fragile ego. And that's why the Gen Zs and the people, everyone who was demonstrating, just rattled them a little bit. And they're out making a statement. The president put out statements. I don't know if he was getting advice from anyone. The first one, he said, oh, I applaud you, Gen Z. You you demonstrated we are going to listen to you. The second one, he comes and the president speaks to us as if he's calling us. Like, this is the father of the nation. Like, he should be very polite. However much he's aggrieved and everything that is happening is not good for the country, is not good for the economy. Hey, speak to us with some gentleness. Speak to us with some politeness. Speak to us with some decorum. We don't need to be savage, all of us. Demonstrators and those demonstrators who turn rogue, and you, we have to see the difference. You don't just come and you're speaking, you're like shouting, and you have the mic, everyone is watching you. You don't shout, you don't raise your voice, you don't become too, you don't show us that you're worked up, which again doesn't like really come out as leadership like, presidential like. So I felt like the president didn't speak to us well. That's why he says whatever he's doing is atrocious and these people are criminals. You don't call a person who is agitating for an agenda that is good for the country and everyone, someone who's very much enraged with how the government is running the country, the affairs of the country, you call them criminals. No, the constitution provides for that. So just respect them, listen to them. Let's talk about Gachagua, the DP, the truthful man of God. This guy comes up with a statement, okay, you don't speak after the president has spoken, Gachagua. But he did that. I felt like he dared the government, like he stepped on the tail of the government, and I'm like, who? Okay, what's happening? So the guy comes, he speaks, he throws some punches below the belt. He really confirms to the nation what has been happening and tells us that, yo, it's not all good in paradise. The rain has started beating us. Heaven is red right now. And there's a falling apart. He even exposes the NIS boss. He exposes Kinaitumbi. He says there are young people in government we work with who are trying to bring fake Gen Z leaders to come speak to the government. He exposes so many people. He says the president does not receive intelligent briefing from the NIS boss, Nordin Haji. And I'm like, okay, the president is supposed to be receiving these things on a daily. How do you say he's not receiving intelligence? Either the president knows someone is sleeping on the job and is not firing them, but you don't blame Nordin Haji. The president has the power to summon him, to give him intelligence. And hey, you don't say the junior officers, they fired junior officers because of inferiority complex. Like, hey, it's not the junior officers who brief the president. The president is briefed by the NIS boss. So just say either this guy has employed incompetent people who cannot collect intelligence. Hey, and again, do you need the NIS boss to tell you that people are angry for you to know that the country is sad? You see, the problem is this. When you hire people to attend your events, when you hire people to clap for you, when you have these MPs who invite you to your constituencies and they hire crowds for hire, they hire crowds and they tell crowds, oh, you chant the name of this person, wear their t-shirts, chant their slogans, the politics of sloganeering, say good things about them, always clap. And you are the hot sun or the rain. Let them feel like you people are happy to see them. You see, that is the problem that happens now with this government. You've been lied to, you've lied to yourself, you bought crowds, and where you go, everyone is applauding you, everywhere you go, everyone is smiling at you, and you think everything is okay. But the truth of the matter is, these people, after they have gone home with the 200 you've given them, the 500, the 100, they're at home. They go back to their cocoons and they realize that, here, I don't have food on the table, I don't have school fees, I don't have 1, 2, 3, and I've been bought for 500. This politician will be here probably after 1 year or 6 months at least. They start speaking reality. Taxation is very high and it's being done year after year, financial year after financial year. These people, their rage goes up, and you guys should have seen that the country is not well. Everyone is complaining. Food prices have skyrocketed and everything is expensive. If everything is expensive and no one can afford that, then You don't need NIS to tell you that people are mad. It's a no-brainer. Anyway, you exposed the cracks in the government. You've told us it's not all is not well in paradise, and you've been sidelined. Sorry, that was bound to happen, and it's politics. Just play your politics. Let's speak about parliament. Hey, trust you me, I might not be learned enough, I might not be smart enough, I might not be wise enough, I don't know any law, I might be as ignorant as anyone else, but we are talking about a parliament that is very corrupt to the core, that they're just voting machines for hire. These are like rubber stamps. Their work in parliament is to rubber stamp what the executive tells them. So it is it's either the government's way or no way. So these guys will be given anything. There was a time where there was an allegation, an MP was saying these guys were bribed as little as 10,000 to vote against or for something that is going to affect 50 million plus lives. So I feel like we have a parliament where these people don't know really what their work is, and they feel like because they offer us small tokens here and there, they come to the machinani, they entice us, they buy us liquor, they give us 10 and 100 bob, 50 bob, and we really clap for them and we like them. They feel like they own us. They feel like we know nothing. They feel like they are the bearers and the carriers of all the intelligence and everything in this country, that we are just some dwarfs upstairs, and these dwarfs can do nothing absent them. So that's why they'll come and piss on us. What does that mean? These people know that we are very ignorant of the law. The law provides for us to recall these MPs, collect signatures, present them to the IBC, and then this MP loses their seat. We go back to the ballot and we vote in a fresh person, they seek a fresh mandate and we vote for them. So because we don't know that part, they feel like they're empowered. You guys will go demonstrate, we will picket against them, we will beat them, slap them today, tomorrow, and then they still have 3 years to serve. They'll still be in parliament, they'll still get a salary and allowances, they'll still piss on us, they'll still take the bribes from the executive to vote the way the executive wants, which is very sad. And I wish we can change the demonstration and this agitation can morph into something else. Can we all take papers and pen, go outside there, walk in the constituencies and ask people to sign? We recall our MPs, just collect signatures. We don't need many people. We need like 100, 200 youth in every constituency, and we will cover every village and every house, and we'll recall these MPs. And the moment they realize that we know this, they'll not piss on us like they're pissing on us. We have the church. I think the rot decay of everything crops from the church. The MPs have been made by the church. It's through church that we have this government in power. It's through church that we have these MPs in power. It's through church that we have the MCAs and the governors. And they'll piss on us knowing that on Sunday they'll still come and they request for a platform, a podium, to speak to us. And they'll be given the pulpit. The sermons will be restricted. The sermons and homilies will be restricted to 10 minutes, but the clergy, the clergy will give the political class, the special breed, time to speak and politic in church. I'm saying church because the Muslim community and the Hindu community, the Sikh and all these people, the Orthodox, they haven't been showing us that they really welcome politics in their places of worship, but the church has been at the forefront welcoming politicians. The Catholic Church mainly, which is the biggest church, the mainstream Catholic and Anglican, we've been let down by the King Archbishop Moeria. These people, they speak against the government's undoings and wanting behavior now. And then later they're dining with the president, they're dining with the government, they're receiving donations from these people. And they're asking people to clap for them. They are giving them the pulpit, surrendering the pulpit to them. We had Ole Sapit, the guy who presides over the Anglican Church of Kenya. This guy is the one, he's a beneficiary of this government's treats. This guy is the only clergy who went to the bombers of Kenya to pray when the results for the president were being released by the IBC chair Chebukati. Makiu, everyone was seated at home praying for the country because this was a contested victory. But the guy went and prayed. We had Bishop Karaoke. This guy prayed. He prayed during the inauguration, and he said, he praised the president. He said God has uplifted a pauper to a power, to a place, to a pedestal, and in his prayer it looked like he was bashing some people. And these are the type of people we have to seek spiritual nourishment to. These are the type when the government, the country is facing something, we say we want the church to come and let's forge the way forward. Let's speak about 1, 2, 3 things. But how do these people, like leaders towards prosperity and posterity, when they are the ones who are receiving donations, which are kind of like a bribe for them to like lead us, their flock, towards these politicians? In short, the faithfuls are for sale. The sellers are the clergy. The kina Ole Sapit, the kina Muheria, Bishop Karaoke, and all these people are taking us into slaughter in the hands of the political class to be used. They feel okay when we are used. They feel okay because these people will bring money and put up a church. There's a church in Eldoret that is very, very expensive. This church is very huge, but the background, the neighboring community lives in very cheap homes. There's no school, there's no proper school there, there's no proper hospital or dispensary there, there's nothing, no police station, no cattle dip. And I'm like, why would a politician invest millions and millions of cash into a church instead of bettering the social lives of the citizenry? And that tells you it is the church where everything begins. It's the church where we, the citizens, are sold to the highest bidder, who is the political class, which is very sad. This brings me to the millennials who were also demonstrating. We have the Kina Caliph Cairo, we have Kina Yami Mami, we have all these people who are demonstrating. Okay, the influencers, quote unquote, the celebrities of our country. I'm talking about these people who just went out. For me, this is my feeling. Again, my 2 cents. That's why this channel is called 2 cents. These people just went out to picket and demonstrate because they wanted clicks. It was sort of a meet and greet between them and their fans and their followers. Gen Z and millennials are the largest consumer of their content out there. And these people went on the streets so ignorant, knowing nothing. I was looking at some of the tweets and the misinformation they were doing and all that, and I'm like, do you really understand what you're advocating for, or you're just outside there because this is the new fashion that every Tuesday, every Thursday this is the Occupy session, so we go wherever everyone is, we go where the clicks will come from. Let me go have a meet and greet. So I felt like and also it is very hypocritical of them, because injustices have been happening in the country and no celebrity has ever condemned it. We've had kudos, props to Giuliani, King Kaka, Sauti Sol, and these people who've sung songs about the injustices we are encountering in the country. No, again, celebrity went or just posted a link of these songs so that the word gets outside there, because this time the Gen Zs and millennials are outside there demonstrating. It's not the normal demonstrations. You guys go there to look for clicks. I felt like that is so hypocritical. Again, I'll single out one person, Caliph Cairo. Caliph Cairo was demonstrating. Very many people would share my sentiments that this guy was just doing it for the gram. He was doing it for the clicks, because again, if you guys have followed this guy, he's a big influencer. Yes, I like how he does business. He's a good businessman. He's a role model business wise. But I feel like Caliph Cairo, with the businesses he does, he needs the government than more than him fighting the government. So, or opposing what the government is advocating for. So I feel he just went there for a show. This is showbiz, and I think he spoke to his friends in Ghana and told them, "Yeah, I'm just going there to look for clicks," and that is what was happening. I don't think this guy was demonstrating genuinely. So that aside, we have another youth leader who decided to address us through Twitter. This is Charlene Ruto, the first daughter. I don't know. Why would you address us through Twitter? I think this is the president, he's your father. You can walk to his bedroom in State House and tell him, "Hey, oh, dad, the youth don't want one, two, three things." And if you feel like your father is doing the right thing and it is for the good of the Kenyans, then just come, join us in the streets, speak to us, speak to the young people, speak to the Gen Zs, speak to the millennials. They'll give you time, they'll listen to you, and write their petitions and take to State House, because you can access State House anytime. You are first family. Hey, you are part of the first family. You are first daughter. So your father will listen to you. So I felt like it was hypocritical. You're just trying to, too much platitude. And again, who do you represent? Which youth? You'll answer that. I hope you answer that soon. But again, no, don't do that. Don't do that. I feel like you're just lying to us, which is not good. All in all, I hope we can keep on agitating for our rights. We can keep on getting so sunk, so deep into having a meaningful national discourse, because it's only through this that we can have these people toe our line, do what we want, which is the right thing, not the wrong thing, put this country wherever it's supposed to be, to prosperity and posterity. And the Gen Zs and the millennials, I hope we can stop doing the dance challenges, just dancing on Instagram and TikTok. We can share messages on environment. We can share messages on good leadership and governance, on corruption, on national values. And we can just stop dancing to Baikoko and these other songs. We can also start promoting songs that are more of our national values, are promoting national values, and are calling out the politicians. All in all, kudos to the millennials and Gen Z at most. You guys have shown the way, and I hope everyone is going to show the way. Speak to your mothers, speak to your fathers, your aunties. These are the people who voted the wrong government. Speak to your cousins, speak to the millennials. These are the people who are dancing and telling us, "Oh, hatupangwingwi." Right now, tumepangwa proper. And this is my 2 cents. I'm Preston. Kindly click the subscribe button, hit the bell notification button again, so that you're the first one to receive my 2 cents whenever I post any other video. And kindly let's comment, share your views, and let's keep the meaningful conversation going. Let's engage in a meaningful national discourse. Adios, au revoir, enjoy, have a time of your choice. Until next time.